Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about got7's mismanagement from JYP Entertainment. This is my second type of video where I talk about a group and their relationship with their company. The first one flopped. I'll try not to make this one too long. So disclaimer, I have to clarify most of my information comes from Twitter, which are all credited in the description down below. I do not blame anyone other than JYP Entertainment. The other JYP groups are being just as mismanaged. So, we have a lot to cover, so let's start. got7 aren't flops. So before we start, I want to preface something. got7 is in no way a flop or a nugu group, or they don't make enough money and that's why they get treated bad, which is what some JYP defenders will say. If you look at the stats, got7 makes just as much money as TWICE in album sales and tour. got7 has sold over and has had concerts with over attendance. got7's music. Okay, so we have to talk about how JYP managed got7's sound. A common complaint with non-ISs or non-fans is that got7 doesn't seem to have a distinct color or sound in comparison to the other boy groups. This is ultimately due to, at the beginning of got7's career, JYP's involvement with their sound and the concept changing. In K-pop, it's nice to have a distinct sound or concept to develop your own niche. Big groups can play around with their sound since their fandom will always support them. Now with got7, the concept changing was probably due to got7 not knowing which sound would stick. Unlike other groups, got7 has always been very interested in music production and have made a lot of songs. The problem is the music that they make is usually rejected for not being got7 enough.
사실 진영이 형이 벌스를 다 듣지도 않아요. 그냥 벌스 반 토막 듣고 이러고서 딱 꺼버리거든요. 이거 진짜 아니다라고 생각하면 그냥 5초.
첫 번째 건 제목이 뭐야?
노아라는 곡인데요.
노아?
네.
이거는
네.
그냥 듣기에 좋은 건 잘 모르겠어.
저거는 정신없어라는 건.
정신없어?
네, 너 때문에 정신이 없다.
아니 외국 노래 같아.
사실 좋아하실 줄 알고 저거 들고 갔는데
진짜 까다로우시네요, 진짜.
네.
좋은데?
처음 데모 보냈을 때는 거의 듣지도 않고 그냥 처음 딱 시작하자마자 야 이거 별로다 그냥 버려 이러고서.
와.
마지막은 뭐야?
필름이라는 곡인데요.
이게 찜해드네.
약간 이거 JYP 스타일인데?
이거는 멜로디가 반주를 서포트하는 느낌이야. 이게 반주가 훨씬 많이 다가오잖아.
완전 다르죠 느낌. 진영이 형한테 들려줬다가 까인 곡이 있어. 한번 들어볼래? 궁금하다. 진짜 궁금하긴 하다. 좋은데? 근데 까였어. 인생이 다 그런 거지요. 그냥 거의 삭제 휴지통에서도 버려. 피디님 유행어 있는.
ends up being very confusing because to the members and the fans of the group, most got7 tracks are usually the ones that are made by them, but JYP is very controlling with their sound. This has become more of an issue when compared to Stray Kids that have the freedom to produce whatever they want. So, according to what I found in my investigation, there is a music selection committee where there is JYP's there and representatives of the other divisions. I'll explain what the divisions are in a moment. And they usually present the songs there, and they will vote for the one that they think is the best. Sustains. JYP is really fighting with SM on who's the worst at dealing with it. got7 has been having issues with Sustain since 2016, and JYP has done literally nothing to defend and protect. They have asked countless times via Instagram and even directly to Sustains, who have left their addresses, caused them to have to move and harass them day and night to where they are in mental distress. Jackson, Mark, and Bam Bam's address have all been leaked online, and JYP has yet to done anything. JYP continued to post the exact same message, word by word, every time got7 speak up about these issues, and nothing is ever done. It is a copy-pasted, no one has ever been reprimanded for their actions. JYP has doubled the measures for other artists with these exact same issues, doubled security using CCTV measures, and filing lawsuits. While got7 Sustains have never received the same treatment, their accounts are still active on Twitter and Instagram as they continue to follow and harass got7 publicly right now. Stopped, and just days ago Yeonjin called them out again, and once again JYP said they'll take action, but honestly I don't believe them.
I said something new. Something new.
Lack of promotion. So this is probably like the more important part of the video. So usually when we think of got7 and we think of JYP, we usually don't associate the word lack of promotions, especially if you are not like in the JYP fandom, like the JYP artist fandom. So at the beginning of got7's career, they had decent promotions. They would promote on music shows and varieties, but everything changed. I personally don't understand JYP's approach on promoting got7. It seems like they've given up on Korean promotions, but the international promos are limited and the content they release makes it very difficult for iFans. Now, I will state some examples of mismanagement. The Spinning Top Tour / Eclipse comeback. Okay, so this was a mess. got7 had their comeback with Eclipse with their album Spinning Top. JYP announced the comeback at the same time as the world tour. This forced fans into choose between buying the album or going to the world tour. On top of that, the tickets were expensive. They didn't promote the tour, making fans have to promote it. Fans had to go out and print out posters and had to like put them around in the cities because JYP didn't promote it. They understocked the album, there was very little TV promotion. You Calling My Name promos. The song caught a lot of attention by non-fans, but the hype was ultimately killed by the lack of promos. They only had 2 weeks on music shows and they didn't. got7, along with their Division 2 label mate itzy, are the only JYP artists who do not have album sales within the US. Alice's have requested since 2017 that got7 have their album sold on Amazon. The hashtag #WeNeedGot7 on Amazon trended worldwide on Twitter on April 5th, 2020. Over 750,000 emails and tweets with the requests that Alice's had given, which included Amazon distribution. On January 9th, 2020, JYP trended, asking for the improvement in JYP's management of got7, and in order to the request that fans started sending in December 5th, 2019. Meanwhile, other artists of the label have had their albums on Amazon's and bundles dating back to April 22nd, 2019. JYP signed a contract for the Orchard to distribute all JYP artists' albums globally, but this has been acted upon all groups but Division 2 artists. Alice's have been requesting this for got7 longer than any other artist of the company. JYP Entertainment signed a contract for the Orchard to distribute all JYP artists' albums globally, but this has been acted upon all groups but Division 2 artists. The Orchard alongside JYP are supposed to provide the same support for all of their artists, yet in 2019, only 2 groups had their albums on Amazon, and in 2020, there has been no response from the orchid or JYP regarding issues of fair treatment. Pre-order to comeback periods are incredibly different between all groups, giving more time to prepare to the other groups. Itzy's pre-order was of 19 days, got7's pre-order was of 10 days, Day 6 pre-order was 14 days, Twice pre-order was only 21 days, and Stray Kids pre-order was 20 days. ateez have paid for YouTube apps during got7's last comeback, Not by the Moon, April 2020, not JYP. ateez contact shows like Dingo, Good Day New York, Knowing Bros, etc. to have got7 be on them, not JYP. ateez have to translate all got7 tweets and subtitles and most videos, not JYP Entertainment. ateez pay for the ads and billboards in Korea, not JYP Entertainment. These are the basic things that JYP should provide without effort to all their artists. Groups do no merch shops, no digital album option, old albums are not restocked despite there being a demand, closed the Japanese fan club for no reason and no explanations. Fans have had to ask for got7 to be put on the JYP website. Division 2. So as we saw previously, got7 had decent promotions. What changed? JYP had the genius idea to create divisions of managing teams for the artists to increase content and promotional activities. On paper, it sounds nice, till you hear how they divided the groups along the divisions. Division 1 manages 2PM and Stray Kids, Division 3 manages JYP and Twice, while got7 and itzy have to share Division 2. Now why is this a problem? If you see, Division 1 basically focuses just on Stray Kids because 2PM aren't promoting because of military. The same happens with Division 3. Division 3 only really promotes Twice, while Division 2 has to somehow juggle managing an upcoming monster rookie group and an active senior group. Make it make sense, JYP, the mistakes that have been made. Due to this, a lot of his management problems are due to not enough staff. Recently, there are allegedly only 23 to 28 staff members shared between got7 and itzy. Also, every division has their own way of managing things, and well, Division 2 is low-key the worst. Division 2 has messed up with the accounts, posting got7 posts on itzy's account, vice versa, not promoting got7's activities and solo activities on any platform, and if they do, they upload it weeks later. Usually the members must promote it themselves or the fans. Not translating official videos or posts. When got7 is a multinational group with a mainly international fan base, this has become difficult for fans to interact. And in this age, even small companies are adding subs automatically. It gives the translators more jobs, and if you wanna see the content or the videos, you have to sub them. Not re-uploading V-Lives. They don't re-upload certain V-Lives where the members say certain things that they don't like. And there's absolutely no effort to promote got7 in Korea or getting them other promotions. Now, does JYP hate got7? No, man, not the company. Well, both of them, the man and the company. Now, usually whenever these type of comments appear for other groups, it doesn't really make sense. Like, why would you debut a group and keep them if you don't like them? But to think that JYP dislikes got7 is honestly an assumption that's understandable due to how they treat them, due to how he treats them. Now, besides the previous mismanagement claims we have critiquing them on TV,
아, 저기만 안 나가면 되겠다. 내가 다음에 컴백할 때 저기만 안 나가면 되겠다 했는데 갑자기 아는 형님이 섭외가 너무 이게 밀려 있어서 박진영 씨가 같이 패키지가 돼야 이게 경쟁력이 섭외를.
그치, 왜냐면 진영이 형만 나오면 우리가 경쟁력이 없으니까 갓세븐 나오면서 전적으로 JYP에서 고마워. 박진영 나가도 될까? 박진영 씨가 했는데 우리가 지정 씨는 경쟁력이 없어서 갓세븐 나오면 어떻게 할게요. 그래가지고 겨우 넣었어, 형.
잘했다. 그래서 이제 장래희망을 박진영이 너무 예뻐한다는 사실에 갓세븐 팬들이 좀 서운해.
아 사실이라는 거.
아니야.
썬데이 모닝? 썬데이 모닝 혹시 알아요? 썬데이 모닝은 사나버리로 들었어.
마룬5는 알지. Then maybe all I need and 당신 she is all I
see driving slow on Sunday morning. And I never want to leave.
저 정도면 공기반 소리만 지킨 거예요, 뭐예요?
왜 내가 떨리지? 특이하게 심사평 한번 들어보자. 입을 너무 많이 벌렸어.
뭐 데뷔할 때
공기가 너무 빨리 나가잖아.
입을 많이 벌리면 안 돼?
입을 많이 벌면 공기가 그만큼 빨리 소비되니까.
그럼 어떻게 해야 돼?
그럼 어떻게 그래? 이걸 이렇게 해야 돼? 말할 때랑 똑같이.
아니 솔직해야지. 나 몰라. 몰라? 형, 저 몰라요.
다음에 파트 반으로 줄여야겠다.
이미 반밖에 없어요, 형. 더 이상 줄이면 제가 그냥 이렇게.
Mark used chopsticks.
저희 노래 불러요.
Telling Yeonjae he's the reason got7 can't debut, making Mark apologize for a drama that he didn't make. Little to no solo promotions, very little to no solo promotions. The other members don't really get as much solo activities, and if they do, they're very little and not promoted by the company. Rejecting Mark's C-drama role. Apparently Mark was offered a role for a C-drama, but the company rejected it.
现在有接影视剧的大选和安排吗？哦，我就是有在努力跟公司说我要演戏。怎么说？就我一直有在 audition， 就我刚刚就也说是很想试试看演戏。今年可以演戏的话，我就应该会很开心的吧。目标本来是想出我自己的专辑，也想试试看，就是演戏。
And Yeonjae has had very little promos and only just recently got a solid gig as an idol radio host. Enough. In July, International Sagas had enough and decided to take matters into their own hands. Following the truck method that Blinks did with Blackpink, iAGASIS sent a truck to JYP, and the truck would tour in front of broadcast companies and JYP with the following demands. After the first hours of the truck, Yoongjin went live on BeLive and said that he saw the truck and he was thankful.
트럭 봤어요. 여러분들이 해주신 트럭 봤습니다. 너무 감사합니다.
Division 2 didn't re-upload the video. Thing happened with Yeonjae when he mentioned it. He didn't talk about the truck. He mentioned it, and also his BeLive was not re-uploaded. JYP has not posted any response and has tried to distract the fans posting old content. JYP has not stated anything. They didn't respond to it. They said nothing. They've kept silent. They're actually really making YG look good, or at least YG gave a formal response, and they gave an article response to the comebacks when it was demanded, but JYP has done none of that. So why does JYP treat got7 this way? Well, that's the question we don't know. got7 is in a Nugu group and is actually in Business Insider's estimated that if got7 doesn't resign with the company, JYP is going to have some financial issue. Now, the only conclusions that I could get, that these are just the theories that my mind managed to make, and while I was making this video, the reasons why I think JYP is treating got7 this way is A, got7 is old and reached their peak and they want to focus on their new artists, basically consisting that got7 is an old senior group and there's no point in promoting them when they already have a fandom that will buy things for them, and so why waste that energy when we can promote our newer groups. B, treating got7 bad this year is a reverse form to get them to re-sign. Now, this is a weird tactic that some K-pop companies use where they treat their artists bad in their last years so they can sort of re-sign with them. It has been done. C, they don't see anything wrong with this and they honestly think they're promoting got7 well. C is basically that they don't see that they're doing any issues wrong, that they think that they're doing everything right. Like, for example, they might have thought that the By the Moon promotions were perfect, which was ultimately they were promoted a little bit more, but that was because of quarantine. Had there not been the virus, I'm pretty sure they would have shipped them off to a world tour to give them money. D, JYP hates got7 because got7 hates successful boy groups. The last one is a constant theory between boy fandoms in JYP. It's the idea that due to the way they manage their boy groups, they hinder them. So it basically started with J Park saying that JYP, the man, doesn't like his idols to be more successful than him, specifically his male idols, and so some fandoms have gone with it, which they have hindered their boy group's growth. But after some research, I've realized that technically speaking, JYP has mismanaged every single one of their groups. If you are interested, let me know and I'll make a video like exposing JYP, like talking about everything JYP has done that people don't know about. You know, the best company ever. Maybe I'll talk about it. So what now? Well, that's the tricky part. There's not much we can do as fans. JYP has been treating got7 this way for years, and honestly, I don't think they'll change unless money's involved. And when I mean money's involved, I mean if the C-bars and K fans say something. Usually international fans are not taken seriously in K-pop. got7 is in their 6th year and they're probably thinking on whether resigning or not. At this rate, it might be better for them to leave, but who knows. If they do stay, JYP would have to change so many aspects in their contract. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really wanted to talk about this because I barely saw anyone talking about it here on YouTube. I only saw like 2 videos, which were the got7 is being mistreated for 14 minutes straight video and the Como JYP Trata got7 video by Minamino, which explained the situation in Spanish. Now, I really like doing these more in-depth videos, even though if they take more time. I might do more of these. Can you guys tell me which other groups I should try to do these videos with? And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and tell me, why do you think JYP treats got7 this way? So that's all for today. Please remember to stay safe, stream your faves, and bye.